The Adventures of Pincus, the Llamacorn, Searching for the Magical Rainbow. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a pink llama named Pincus. Pincus was not like any other llama you would typically find in the fields. He was unique because he was pink, and he had a peculiar fascination with rainbows. Pincus loved to watch the rain pouring down, and whenever the sun came out, he would run to the fields, hoping to catch a glimpse of a rainbow. One day, while he was grazing in the fields, he saw a beautiful rainbow in the distance. The colors of the rainbow were so vivid that they seemed to dance in the air. Pincus could not resist his curiosity and decided to run towards the rainbow. As he got closer and closer, he could see that the rainbow was not just any rainbow. It was magical, and it seemed to be coming closer and closer towards him. Before Pincus knew it, he found himself sliding down the rainbow, and the colors of the rainbow surrounded him. As he slid, he could see the world from a whole new perspective. The trees looked taller, and the clouds seemed closer. The world was magical, and he felt like he was flying. At the end of the rainbow, Pincus saw a pot of gold. But instead of gold, it was filled with rainbow-colored fruit. The fruit looked so delicious that Pincus could not resist taking a bite. And as soon as he did, something magical happened. Pincus felt his body changing, and suddenly he had a horn on his head, just like a unicorn. He looked down at his body and saw that he was no longer a llama, but a beautiful pink llamacorn. Pincus was amazed at his transformation, and he realized that the rainbow fruit had given him special powers. He could run faster, jump higher, and even fly. From that day on, Pincus lived happily ever after, exploring the world as a pink unicorn with a heart full of love and magic. Pincus couldn't wait to share his exciting news with his friends. He ran all the way to the fields where they usually met and found them grazing lazily in the sun. "Hey guys!" Pincus shouted. "Guess what? I'm a llamacorn now!" His friends, a group of fluffy llamas, lifted their heads and stared at Pincus in disbelief. "A what corn?" one of them asked. "A llamacorn," Pincus repeated, his voice filled with pride. "What's that?" another llama asked. "It's like a unicorn, but with a llama's body and fluffy ears," Pincus explained. His friends were amazed. They had never heard of such a creature before. "Wow, that sounds amazing," one of the llamas said. "I want to be a llamacorn too." "Me too," another one chimed in. Pincus was thrilled that his friends were just as excited as he was. He showed them how to slide down the rainbow and take a bite, just like he did. They were all eager to try it out and become llamacorns themselves. Excited by the possibility of becoming llamacorns, Pincus and his friends set out on an adventure to find the rainbow. They searched high and low, through fields and over mountains, asking other animals if they had seen the rainbow, but no one seemed to know where it had gone. Just when they thought they were going to give up, they came across a wise old owl sitting atop a tall tree. Pincus and his friends eagerly asked the owl if he knew where the rainbow had gone. The owl looked down at them and said, "The rainbow can only be seen when the sun shines after the rain. But you must be patient and wait for the right moment." With renewed hope, Pincus and his friends set up camp and waited for the rain to come. They waited and waited, day after day, but the rain never came. Just when they were about to give up, a small cloud appeared in the sky. It grew larger and larger until it covered the entire sky, and soon enough, the rain began to fall. Pincus and his friends could hardly contain their excitement as they watched the rain fall, and as soon as it stopped, they saw it, the rainbow. It was more beautiful than they could have ever imagined, with its vibrant colors stretching across the sky. Without hesitation, Pincus and his friends raced towards the rainbow, hoping to become llamacorns. But as they got closer, the rainbow began to fade away until it was gone completely. Disappointed, Pincus and his friends decided to head back home. As they walked, they talked about all the adventures they had on their journey and how they would never give up on their dreams. Few days later, Pincus and his friends continued their search for the rainbow. They traveled across hills and valleys, through forests and fields, and over rivers and streams. They asked everyone they met if they had seen a rainbow, but no one had. As the sun began to set, they decided to rest for the night in a nearby meadow. As they lay under the stars, Pincus suggested that they close their eyes and make a wish upon a shooting star. They each closed their eyes and wished with all their might to find the rainbow. The next morning, they woke up to the sound of birds singing and the sun shining brightly. They packed their bags and continued their search for the rainbow. They walked for hours until they finally saw a faint rainbow in the distance. Excitement filled their hearts as they hurried towards the rainbow. As they got closer, they realized that it was starting to fade away. Pincus and his friends started to panic. They didn't want to miss their chance to become llamacorns. With determination in their hearts, they ran towards the rainbow and jumped onto it. As they slid down the rainbow, they felt a surge of energy rush through their bodies. Their fur started to shimmer, and a small horn began to grow out of their foreheads. Finally, they reached the end of the rainbow and landed softly on the ground. They looked at each other and saw that they had all become llamacorns, just like Pincus. They were overjoyed and couldn't believe their eyes. As they danced and frolicked in the meadow, they realized that they had found something even more precious than the rainbow. They had found true friendship and the joy of being together. From that day on, Pincus and his friends lived as llamacorns, exploring the world and spreading love and happiness wherever they went. They knew that the rainbow had brought them together, but it was their friendship that made their lives truly magical.